Okay, so the question is, who should you buy your 721 DST from? Well, of course, Sera Capital. But anyway, the the question basically says, it's basically saying you're not buying a traditional DST. You've done your research. You know they stink. So who should you buy your 721 DST from? And of course, it should be a fiduciary. We already know it shouldn't be a broker because a fiduciary is not going to be compensated on a commission basis. Plain and simple. The other thing that you're going to find is that some are shockingly expensive. For example, the same exact 721 DST that you purchase from a company like a Morgan Stanley or a Merrill Lynch or Wells Fargo or any of the actual reputable brokers, you can get probably, in terms of fees, it'll cost you about half buying it from us as a fiduciary. And then on top of it, the second thing you have to worry about is ongoing fees. Well, ongoing fees are even worse because the little trick that we run into all of the time is our clients, when they buy their 721 DSTs through us, when we place them for them, when they convert to the REIT, the investor gets iShares. And an iShare, let's say, is paying 6% to the investor. The investor gets, $6,000 per 100, $60,000 per million, whatever it is, they're getting the 6% because they own the iShares. The sponsor that's paying the 6% to the investor is paying Sera Capital 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay? Again, we never get paid by a sponsor because we are fiduciaries. What happens if you buy, again, from a Merrill Lynch or a Morgan Stanley? Thing is, we have access to over a dozen great 721 DSTs. None of those companies have access to that. But let's look at the same ones that they have access to. Do you get the iShares? Most times, no, you don't get the iShares. You'll get a different share class. So the iShares paying you 6%, but the not iShares with this company is going to be paying you maybe 5%. Where's that 1% going? Well, guess what? The sponsor is spending that 1% that is your money. Your money is being sent to the Morgan Stanleys of the world and the Merrill Lynches of the world, and that's why you're not getting as much. So who do you buy your DSTs from? Should be a fiduciary, and the fiduciary is going to charge you less to get in and significantly less on an ongoing basis. So let me tell you how bad it is, because every once in a while we'll get a call from somebody that says, hey, I can buy this from my Morgan Stanley guy or my Merrill Lynch gal or whatever, and why should I buy it from you? And we just basically tell them, it's not complicated. Here's what you do. Send us the closing statement that they're going to send us the closing statement. Just like when you buy a real estate property or a house or condo, whatever, you're going to get an estimated closing statement. Ask them to give you an estimated closing statement. Ask them to put in writing what share class you're going to get. And then you'll compare it to what we do. And it's absolutely amazing what you'll find out. And this is kind of what we've seen some of the people do. The clever ones, they'll say, hey, why would you ever pay Sera Capital a fee to place this? We're going to do it for nothing. Nothing. So we look at the closing statement and we go, wow, that's unbelievable. It's cheaper than what we can do. But then we look at the share class that they're getting and imagine paying 1% above what you get from us in year 1, in year 2, in year 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After a while, that free, no cost entry price becomes incredibly expensive. So you got to be careful, see the closing statement, and see what share class you're getting. Without that, you're really not doing a good due diligence. So who you buy your 721 DST from matters. It's what we do.